Okay, y'all, I need to start like adulting for real. Like, I need to go to the dentist. I need to schedule an eye exam because I put these glasses on, which they are prescription glasses. They're just like new ones. It is kind of too hot for me to wear this sweater, but I feel more naked and exposed without it, so I'm like, I kind of want to wear my sweater, but it's super hot out here. It is literally 5 p.m. and I'm choosing pretty much the worst time to like leave my house on a Friday. There's probably going to be a lot of traffic. Let's put my sunglasses on. I never wear watches, but this watch is so cute. I've had it for a while, and I decided I wanted to wear my Juicy Couture bracelet, but y'all, the bracelet, I don't know if y'all can hear me, my fan's going so hard. The bracelet, I couldn't get it on. Like, they didn't have an extender on it where I could get it on my fat wrist, so by myself, like, I wouldn't have needed help. So I might go try to look for like a bracelet extender or something, because this is super cute, like bracelet watch, and I want to be able to actually wear it. My whole outfit today is pretty much from Forever 21. I did a OOTD. I also did Get Ready With Me, doing my makeup and sharing like why I am moving, why I have to move right now. Oh, I was like, who moved the trash cans? I guess it was my mom, because I was like, I moved it out, but I didn't put it back. Oh, excuse me. So I'm feeling better, all things considered. I pretty much had a number 2 of being sick and on my period. So this morning, it wasn't, my period cramps were not that bad. I did take my medicine, like ibuprofen and stuff, to help with it, but and I'm also not feeling as sick as I was last time, but it's still just not an experience. Like, being not feeling well and being on your period is not an experience I would wish on someone. I think I might go to Hobby Lobby to look for a watch extender. I feel like Walmart could probably have that too, so maybe just go to Walmart. But the place I was actually planning, maybe I should get I'm not trying to spend money today, so let me say that, except for maybe on food. I do need to do a grocery shop, but I was gonna wait till next week. I've actually been doing pretty good with my spending. I'm ahead on all of my bills, like 2 weeks right now. I have almost $3,000 saved, I believe. So I'm actually doing decent right now, like with my spending. I didn't spend a lot of money this week, mostly because I was at home sick. And the times I did leave my house, I wasn't really going. I was going with my mom and she was driving. So when I was touring a bunch of apartments yesterday, I was with my mom and she drove. So I haven't had to spend a lot of money on gas. I do need to get gas though. I'm at like about a quarter tank left, which is typically when I fill up. Well, I wait till a little bit less. But I've been in like this weird kind of mood of just, I don't know. Life has been feeling weird again. I don't know. I feel like I haven't been able to get my footing because things keep changing. So I keep feeling like, oh, like this is gonna be, I don't know. I keep thinking like a solution is just gonna magically appear, and it doesn't happen. And in my last video, I talked about like the plan A, plan B, plan C that I have for, you know, my living situation, and with my mom putting like more pressure on me to move out sooner rather than later now, because, and I kind of talked about it, like my mom keeps changing, like, what's going on. At first it was like, oh, you have like a year at the house. At first you're gonna have to pay $500, then in October it's gonna go up to $800, and then starting, or $1,000, and then like the beginning of next year you're gonna be paying $1,500. And that was all like depending on me having this job. And she was like, oh, and then if you get the teaching job, then, you know, I'll agree to let you stay here for XYZ amount. So it's just like, I feel like my mom is trying to help me the best she can. I also just think like my mom is not someone who's like, my mom is not an enabler, basically. Like, she's not like, oh, you're just gonna sit here and I'm just gonna pay for you. Like, yeah, she's helping me because I've been giving her money to save, obviously, and there's always like conditions, like, oh, you have to do this, you have to do you have to pay her a certain amount each month, whatever, for savings. So I don't want to paint this picture like, oh, I'm grateful that my mom is willing to help in everything. And yes, it has been slightly frustrating with the constant changing of how she is planning to help me, and I'm just like adjusting to like the changes, basically. But I just want to say, I don't know, I feel like I need to stop like assuming how people are going to perceive the things that I say, and just like, people are going to feel however they want about my situation. I'm very blessed in a lot of ways that I do have my mom helping me and offering to help me, you know, pay rent for the first 6 months of me moving out. And the stressfulness for me is just like the finding a place with such a limited budget. Like, if I could afford up to $1,200, it would be a lot easier for me to find like a decent place. And so I've been trying to, like, the person who had like a 1-bedroom that was like $825, it seems decent. I want to try to tour it, and he hasn't been responding to give me like a time when it's available to tour. And then the other apartment that I mentioned before, it's like a 2-bedroom, 2.5 townhome that I feel like is nice for what it is. For the square footage, it's probably the best option. It is closer to 1,000 though, but it's like a 1,200 square foot 2-bedroom townhome. And I'm like, for $975, but they have a lot stricter requirements with like the credit score. And like, the income being 3 times isn't a problem. My mom also says she doesn't know if she wants to have to like be a guarantor for me for that one, because it's more expensive, and she doesn't think I'll be able to pay it. Which $1,000 is like my max that I want to spend right now, which is like, is going to be still tighter on my budget, but it's also like the most I would be willing to spend to just have a decent apartment versus just live somewhere where I don't think I'm going to enjoy or like the area that much. So that's been kind of what's going on with my living situation. And I just prayed about it. I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna trust God to like, for things to work out, and me to find like a decent place that I can afford, that's also safe, and not have to like be stressed out about it. So I'm not going to worry about it anymore, and just like do the things I'm supposed to do, such as save my money and not be wasteful, make sure I'm putting money in savings. And the other thing I wanted to share, because this was on my heart last week, so I know I made a video talking about how, you know, I was still considering bankruptcy, but I really just feel like I need to pay back what I owe. You know, it's not right of me to rack up debt and then not attempt or not be trying to pay it off, which I guess my whole thing was not that I was trying to get out of paying it, more just finding the best plan to pay it off, which is going to depend on my budget. So my plan would be like, once I don't have like this high, so my Klarna balance, I owe under $700 now. I'm planning to have that paid off by the end of May because, like I said, I racked up more, which extended my payments. I would have been paid off by April, but now it's not going to be till the end of May. And after my next paycheck, it'll be under $500 that I owe. So I'm almost done paying that off. My Zip Pay's all paid off. I have the 4Pay in 4 called 4Pay, and that one will be paid off soon as well. I only have like one more payment, so I paid off one of my payment plans, which is the Zip. That's all fully paid down, and then I have the Zip, or not, that's the one that's paid off. My 4Pay, it's called 4Pay or just 4. That one I owe less than like $20, which I could pay now, but it's not due till May 5th because, like I said, I paid off everything I owe for the next 2 weeks. So I'm pretty much good right now. Like, I don't have any like bill money that I owe the rest of this week or the rest of next week, and I get paid next week. So I'll basically be ahead. I'm ahead on all of my bills right now by 2 weeks, which is really good. Like, that's a comfortable place because I'm usually only ahead by 1 week. And then once all of that's paid off, I want to start making like payments of $500 a month toward my debts, and either I'm gonna have to settle, because there are some of my debts are in collections, so I will probably have to settle some of those. And my thing is, you know, I would rather pay directly to who I owe, because, you know, once your debt goes in collections, you're really not paying it to your original creditor. It's just a debt collector getting extra money after they've bought your debt for pennies from the original creditor. So it's like, I would rather pay my debt directly to who I owed it to, but I get it, they've sold it to collections, so I will probably just settle my debt with some of the ones that are in collections. And I'm gonna go in order of like who I need to pay off first, like the debt I accrued first. So obviously, like my credit cards, I want to pay down first. Then I have like my Affirm, I have Sezzle, and then that should be it. And I do still need to make like a video going through the total amount I own. Now, if I make pay $500 a month, I do think I could pay off all my debt in a year. Don't know how soon that would actually boost my credit, but at least it's better than nothing versus going the route of going with bankruptcy. And like with bankruptcy, I would still have to make like payments towards the debt. It would just be like a court mandated payment. I'll be paying the court versus paying the original creditors. And it does, like, in my opinion, it does boost your credit a little bit quicker going through the bankruptcy process, because it clears all of the collections off your credit like immediately, versus, you know, it could take, it's gonna probably take more time. I also have my student loans that we haven't even discussed. So once I pay off all my credit cards, I'm gonna have to start paying down student loans or applying for like student loan forgiveness program. I might qualify to be forgiven for some because I am working in healthcare. I don't know. And also, if I do become a teacher, there for sure are like student loan forgiveness for teachers, I believe. So either of those might also be options, because I know people are saying, like, you know, that 5 years that was given for student loans is pretty much ending, and they're gonna start going after like student loans that have been in like deference for years and years and years, which applies to me. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. So once I've gotten my Klarna paid down, I should have like be able to make $500 in payments toward debt each month, because if I've been paying like almost $800, like, the truth is my Klarna spending is Klarna has kind of been fueling my shopping addiction, if I'm being quite honest. Like, the ability of me to pay 25% of something up front is what has been creating a lot of my debt. And then I don't even know if I want to share this because some people, yeah, I know I'm gonna be judged, but according to my Klarna statements, the month of May I spent $1,600 on Klarna. Unbeknownst to me, I didn't know I spent $1,600. I probably spent $400 actually out of my bank account that month with Klarna, but I accrued $1,600 in payments. So that is what I'm paying for, or paying off right now. The $1,600 that I spent in April is what I have to pay off right now. So that is my own fault, and that's why I'm like, okay, we can't do this and save and pay off debt and everything else. And it's also not fair of me to like continue to create more debt well, I should say it's not fair to myself. Obviously I'm creating more debt, but also, you know, I shouldn't be wanting to